Right, okay. I don't know how long this video may be. Could be 2 minutes long, 3, 5, 8. I don't know. I don't really care. I just woke up and this European Super League, the Super League nonsense is real. It's real. It's genuinely real. Okay, I do apologize that I may look like I've just woke up because I just have. And the first thing I thought of is I don't want to forget what I'm going to say right now because I'm fuming. I genuinely, I can't believe that this is real. Like, in a way, I feel like I'm in a dream. I feel like this is not happening. If you don't know, actually, I'm not going to pretend that you're stupid. You know what's happening, okay? If you don't know, look it up. Because I'm not going to treat you as if you're not a person that has got any brains at all. So, European Super League. As we're all aware, all the top 6 teams, well, not the actual top 6, just the traditional top 6, the ones with the money that thinks they're the big boys, such as Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal, and all those teams, they are forming a new league, a new form of European competition with teams in Spain, teams in Italy, no teams from France, and as of right now, no teams from Germany. Knowing money talks, maybe teams in Germany may join and France as well. I don't really know. As of right now, Bayern Munich and Dortmund have said no because, they actually understand football. As far as I figure out right now, and PSG, of all teams, PSG have become the sole hallmark of football. PSG have become the saviours of football. Do you know how low we must have gone, boys? If PSG is looking like the saviours of football, are you kidding me? Okay, so let's get one thing straight here, right? And I'm going to tell you right now how I feel about football, what I think. Me, just a normal random guy that just goes week in, week out for his local football club, Burnley, right? I'm born in Burnley. I could have been a Liverpool fan. I could have been a Manchester United fan. My brother was a Man U fan. My mum's side of the family was Liverpool fans. I was raised being bought Liverpool and Manchester United kits growing up. I was raised with both choices. I was no further than an hour away from Manchester or Liverpool. I could have easily said that I lived near there and I could have been there because that's what most people do. And hey, if you're a top 6 fan, you may see this as an insult, as an attack. This is how I see football, right? And if you disagree, then that's your choice. But as I see football, I'm from Burnley. I'm born in Burnley. Therefore, I support Burnley. The reason why I chose to be a Burnley fan, not a Liverpool or Man U fan, is because I could actually go to Burnley games. Now, of course, when I was growing up, we were a mediocre championship side. Granted, I guess I'm quite lucky that the team nearest to me, where I'm born, is actually, in the grand scheme of things, a pretty good side. It's not like I'm born in Grimsby or I'm born in Cheltenham. I'm supporting a team and I'm from a team region which actually has a decent side. I guess I'm lucky in that sense. But I could have been a Man U fan and go to 2 cup games a year. My brother goes to cup games a year and that's enough for him. That's his choice. That's not enough for me. I could go week in, week out, every home game growing up as a young age, going to Burnley games, and that is what really mattered to me. As I was a lover of football, I played football week in, week out. Football was the fundamental of my life growing up since I was the age of 3. Okay, football was all I ever remember doing with my friends growing up, playing in fields, using our courts and bags as football goals, and playing in any field to ever get a hand on. That is football as a young age in England. I don't know where you are from, but that is literally saying when you're born. If you're a football fan, you're a football fan at age of 3, 4, 5. Like, it is wholly fundamental in normal UK culture. That's how I see it as a young age. Now, for me, football is as simple as this. You represent your area. That's how I see football. The result is secondary. Now, I'm speaking from a perspective that I've been going home and away from my local football club, Burnley, week in, week out for 5 years, since the age of 16, that I was actually able to get my first paycheck from McDonald's. I worked my So 4 times a week I was a part-time job at Mackey's. I did extra hours if need be, did 5 times a week. I worked as if I was a full-time worker because I wanted money so much that I could afford to go to Burnley games. I could afford to spend £60 on the coach to go down to London at Arsenal away. Or when we was in Championship, go to Charlton away. Go to any team in the Midlands, go to Birmingham away, go to Swansea, Cardiff, all these sides, go up to Middlesbrough, anywhere you can think of, I went, okay? Football for me is about you representing your club, representing your region, okay? I take great pride of the fact that I'm a Burnley fan because I know that as a Burnley fan, I know that I actually matter to my club, okay? We're not a massive area, like 80,000 people in an entire population of Burnley. I know that what I do for my club is very important. Not just me, but every single Burnley fan. And that is fundamental to every single club in the country that's just not the top 8 or top 10, and especially not the top 6. If you're a Manchester United fan, you're from Birmingham or you're from London, you are literally a number. You are a number. You don't matter. You do not matter at all. Even if you're a Man U fan from Manchester, you don't matter. But at least you feel like something is took away from you here because that's actually your region. That's what football was based on. When I go home and away for Burnley, I represent my area. When I go away with Burnley fans down to, let's say we go to Southampton away. We go to Southampton away. We go to Portsmouth. We go to Villa. We go to Norwich, okay? These areas that don't know Burnley can't even point out Burnley on a fucking map. These people would say, you know what? Yeah, they were good fans. They were good fans. They made some noise. They filled out some seats. Because that's the only thing they can take from our area. As football fans, they can say, oh yeah, the team may have been awful, but the fans were good. The people were good. That area has got good fans. That club's got good fans. That's what football is to me. Making some noise, filling some seats, and people, when I say that the result is secondary, I genuinely mean that to my core. The most funniest days of my life was going away to West Brom away and losing 4-0. Going to City the third, the first, and the fourth time losing 5-0. Okay, in a row. That was the funniest days of my life with my mates. Just having a laugh in a concourse. Arms over everyone's shoulders, jumping about. We don't care because the entire point of football is the experience. Going there with your mates or with your family, having memories of going across a country, not just representing your local area, representing your local club, but also having a time of your life with your mates alongside doing that. And if you win, that is fantastic. And if you lose, well, I mean, at least you had a fantastic time with your mates. Now, sometimes you may not be able to go to games. Maybe my viewpoint of football is completely different to yours. Maybe you're from America. Maybe you're from Bulgaria. Maybe you can't go to games. I'm in Poland. I live in Poland now. I've been here for 10 months since after COVID hit. I would still be going games if there was no COVID. I would be going to games once, twice a month. Ideally, one home game, one away game a month, because flights here is quite cheap. It's like £8. It's £10 to fly to Manchester from Katowice, from where I live in Poland. Well, I live near Katowice, right? I would still go. It's 2-hour flight. I travelled 6 hours on a bus from Newcastle to Burnley every week, home games and away games. Because I wouldn't want to pay £70 for a train, which would take an hour and a half from Newcastle to Burnley, when I can take a bus that cost me £5 from Newcastle to Manchester, then another bus, X43, from Manchester to Burnley. I did that. It's all my channel. Burnley vlogs. Between the 16-17 year to the 17-18 season. Those 2 seasons, look at how many games I went on. I think I went to almost every game for the 17-18 year, other than, I want to say, like 4 or 5. And I traveled from Newcastle. No car. Majority of it was all on a bus. I will count up all my Megabus emails if you want me to. I've got about 100. Okay? That's how much I love my club. That's how much I see football as a true passion to me. And the fact that this Super League let me get into so you guys know what I believe football truly is. So it's core fundamental, okay? The competition of it, the dreams, the romanticism of it. We all know that. But for me as a fan, that's football to me. Representing your club and having true pride. And if you do unreal, then that makes it even better. That is your literal dream. I will never forget going away to Olympiacos, Aberdeen, following my local club in the Europa League. People may laugh saying, you didn't make it to the group stage. I do not care. I was raised watching us in Championship playing against Peterborough United. No offence. Okay? No, and Scunthorpe, Colchester. No offence still. And I saw us go away to Athens, to Olympiacos away, and we gave them a good fight. And in my opinion, we're very unfortunate to be knocked out. That means a lot more to me than watching Manchester United on a TV. When I've been to Old Trafford 2 times in my life, in my entire life at the age of 20. Or 22 now. I've been to Old Trafford more times than most Manchester United fans on Twitter, I swear to God. I've been to Old Trafford like 6 times. 6 times now, as a Burnley fan. And I swear I've been to Old Trafford more times than most Man U fans. And that's... I don't understand how that works out. Maybe if you're from a different country, I can understand. Because Man U are on TV more often than Burnley, okay? Or more often than Brentford. I can understand that, why you would support a top 6 team. I understand that if you're from a different country that's not England. But if you're from England, I don't get it. That's almost, I just don't get it. For me, it's not the same thing. Maybe you just don't take football as serious as me. Maybe that's the case. But for this Super League, they've got teams like Tottenham in there. Tottenham. The last time they were champions of England was 1961. Do you know how far away that is? Do you truly understand how long ago that was? Here's a bombshell for you. Guess who won the league before Tottenham? Like, the year before Tottenham, in 1960. Burnley. That's how long ago that was. People laugh about Burnley, how small club we are. The last time Tottenham won Division 1 was 1961. And Burnley won in 1960. That's how long ago it was. How are these guys even thinking they belong in a European Super League in the first place? They deserve to get extra punishment for even thinking they belong in there. But it's all about Tottenham. It's me having a joke. I just think that Tottenham is really funny to be in there. So is Arsenal. Arsenal's pathetic as well. Arsenal's pathetic. They're barely even top 12 in their own country. Never mind top 12 in the world. But they got money, so that's what really matters. But if you really are a fan of any top 6 club and this has happened, then you really need to have a look in the mirror and think, is this really what you want to be a part of? Is it really? You're a number. You're a dollar sign. You're a pound sign. That's all you are. And if you're from Manchester, or you're from Liverpool, or you're from Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham area, and you're seeing this happen in front of your eyes, I would feel truly betrayed. My heart will be broken. I don't understand how this is actually happening. It's a joke. I would feel betrayed. No one wants this. This European Super League nonsense, no one wants this. No one wants this. Who wants this? Just make some more money? Like, how can you have a league that has no relegation? That's my main thing. If there was a way that you can get promoted and relegated, then fine. But what is the point of a league that you're guaranteed to be in each year? This isn't career mode. What's going on here? How can you have a league that you decide who can enter because they've got better coefficiency and you just can't go down? People will say, oh yeah, but like, I want to see us play against the best teams in the world. You're a Man U fan, you're a Liverpool fan. I want to see us face Real Madrid and Barcelona each year. That gets boring very fast. Very fast. It gets boring. If it's that common for Real Madrid versus Liverpool, then, well, sadly, boys, the more you get something, the less special it feels. That's how life works. It's in the same way that most people kind of don't care much about the Old Firm anymore because it happens seemingly 3-4 times a season. People don't really care about it because it happens so often. So, like, when it happens, it's like, okay, here we go for the 8th time this year. I rate the Old Firm. It's the most passionate, most, like, interesting derby, intense derby in UK. Without a doubt. But do you know how insane it would be if that happened only twice a year at least, or once a year, or once every 3 years? That'd be mental. And if you are actually genuinely okay with the Super League, then you are not a football fan. You don't care about football. You care about... You look at football as if you see Netflix. You see football as if you see YouTube for entertainment purposes. You are a moron. I mean this bottom of my heart that I hope bad things happen to you. Genuinely do, if you actually agree with this. Genuinely. I hope that you step on Lego. I hope that you next time you have some cereal, the milk is gone stale. I really hope that. You may say, oh yeah, but I'm a Burnley fan. I don't really, I'm not involved in this. Why do I care? Why do I care? Because I care about football and I care about people. And I care about people. And I know many people from Liverpool, from Manchester. Real people. Normal people. That sees their football club as a source of happiness, as a source of outbringing, as a source of community. They go to the club, they go to their local ground to escape real life for 90 minutes. Whatever, I know people who are so bad mentally, but they save up as much money as they can to scrape away each penny to try and go to the next game. Because it's not about the football, it's about the people you see there. If I go away for Burnley, I go to, let's say it's this season, let's say I go up to Newcastle away. You're then surrounded by 3,000 people that are your own. 3,000 Burnley fans. Or if you're a, I don't know, Leicester fan, 3,000 Leicester fans. You're surrounded by your own people from your own area, or people that have the same common interest. You go have a drink, you go have a laugh. The best memories of my life is going away on a bus all day. I go on a bus at 4:30 in the morning to let's say go to Bournemouth away. My best days of my life is going to Bournemouth away because I was on a bus for 6-7 hours straight and with my mates talking about nonsense for the entire journey, drinking Jaeger bombs and having a laugh and talking about why this guy's girlfriend is a bit of a you know what I'm gonna say, okay? Having a laugh with your mates. That's what I see football. You may go to the football with your family. That time is important. With a European Super League, you won't be able to go to games, will you? Let's be real. You can't afford to go to all these European away games, are you? You're not. You're not going to be able to go to Atletico, then Real Madrid, and then AC Milan, and then Barcelona. That you can't go. If you are an actual football fan, unless you are very rich, you would not be able to go to these away games. Especially if you're from the region. If you're from Liverpool, have you seen Liverpool? It's not exactly known to be a very rich region. And I live near there. I live in St. Helens. I've been to Liverpool a lot. I know the people there as well. As I'm sure that most of you guys do as well. True Scousers, and really any football fan, will not be able to go to away games every time. So Liverpool, United, City, these are brands now. If the true fans from the region will not be able to even follow their team anymore because it's so extravagantly expensive now, then it's no longer that location anymore. Manchester United, Manchester doesn't mean anything anymore. It's a brand. It should be called Red Devils, Red United, United Red. Should be called that. Because Manchester doesn't mean anything more. It means nothing anymore. Your region, if the fans from your own area cannot go and see the games, then it means nothing. The history that you've built from the fans and the people that from that area built up that club in the first place means nothing if the actual fans of that club can't even go to games anymore. You say, oh yeah, but we're United, we can have fans, we have fans in Germany, we have fans in Spain, they can just go to the games. No, the seats will still fill out. They don't care about the actual people from the region anymore. They don't care. They do not care. And people may say, oh yeah, but you don't become the biggest club in the world by just sticking to Manchester. The core fundamentals of the club does. The true fan base, a true local area does. The benefits that it does for the local area. This benefits the hierarchies. This benefits multi-billionaires in the region. That's what it benefits. Not the local community. Let's get one thing straight here. This isn't because they want to help the community or give fans better football. It's because they get 3.5 billion for just being part of it. For being a founder member, they get 3.5 billion. Do you know how big that is? That's 350. Well, no, I can't even think about that. There's so many zeros that I can't even comprehend that. I don't want to go on for too long. I don't know how long this is. But football has truly died. It's saying that apparently this will be happening as soon as possible. Maybe as soon as this summer. It's all open hands now to see what happens now. Will players be able to even play in European competitions, in the Europa League, in the FIFA World Cup that takes part in this? Would the top 6 teams be kicked out of the Premier League? That won't happen, actually, because the Premier League, even though they hate this, it's not because they don't like them, it's because they want them in the Premier League. So, sadly, they will not be gone from Premier League. I can't see a world where that happens. I would love it. I would love it for each of these 6 teams to be kicked out, kicked down, given some respect, money took off them, points took off them, transfer embargoes. I would love that because I think this is truly a betrayal at the highest form. The highest form. These guys have gone behind the back of Premier League, of their own league, of their own country, of every single club in that country, in England, in Spain, in Italy. They've gone behind the back of each one of them, and also UEFA and FA Cup and whatever, and also UEFA, and they've gone behind everyone's backs to do this for their own self-interest. And that has to be punished. Pure disgrace. Pure disgrace. I just had to get this out there. As a football fan that's brought into the game from the age of 3, been going games for my local club since the age of 6, 5, and as a fan that's been going home and away, spending each penny I have, spending every hour I have, travelling across the country because of the love of the game. This is the way I see it. Tell me down below in comments your thoughts on this. If you guys do enjoy, like the video and subscribe if you are new. Peace out.